Did you know that 30% of people over 65 experience a fall at least once a year? And even more alarmingly, many of these falls happen due to a reason rarely discussed in doctor's appointments: the progressive weakness in the legs that sets in silently year after year. It's as if, all of a sudden, those legs that have always taken you everywhere start to fail you without warning. Perhaps you've already noticed the first signs. That staircase that you used to climb effortlessly now seems like Mount Everest, or that feeling of insecurity when getting up from a chair, as if your legs are about to give way at any moment. Many people simply accept this as an inevitable part of aging, but I'm going to share something that can completely change your perspective. The secret to strengthening your legs may be hidden in your own fridge or pantry. The good news? You don't need expensive supplements or complicated diets. Science has discovered that certain common foods, some that you may already be eating, have the power to strengthen your leg muscles, improve your stability, and restore that confidence in walking that you may have thought you had lost forever. Today, I'm going to reveal 6 surprising foods that can transform your legs and regain your independence even after 60. And believe me, the 5th food on our list even leaves specialist doctors impressed with its results. I'm Dr. Alexander King, turning science into accessible health for you. Sweet potato, the source of steady energy for your legs. Unlike refined carbohydrates that spike your blood sugar and then cause that energy crash, sweet potatoes release energy gradually, acting as a slow-release fuel for your muscles. This is thanks to their moderate glycemic index and the presence of fiber, which slows down the absorption of carbohydrates. But the power of the sweet potato goes far beyond providing energy. It is exceptionally rich in beta-carotene, a potent antioxidant that turns into vitamin A in our body. And why does this matter for your legs? Because vitamin A is essential for the health of muscle cells and helps fight chronic inflammation, which over time weakens the leg muscles. A study published in the American Journal of Physiology showed that people who included complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes in their diet had better muscle endurance during exercise, especially in the legs, compared to those who predominantly consumed simple carbohydrates. Sweet potatoes are also rich in potassium, an essential mineral for good muscle function. Remember those nighttime leg cramps that sometimes wake you up? They may be a sign of potassium deficiency. A medium sweet potato contains about 450 milligrams of potassium, helping to prevent these painful muscle contractions. The simplest way to include this superfood in your routine is baked, skin and all. That's where a good portion of the nutrients are concentrated. Try seasoning it with just a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of cinnamon, which, in addition to giving it a special flavor, also helps stabilize blood sugar. Have you ever tried replacing bread for breakfast with a slice of baked sweet potato? Many of my patients who made this simple swap reported a noticeable difference in their energy throughout the day and, over time, more firmness in their legs when walking. Oats, the ally of circulation and enemy of cramps. The health of your muscles depends directly on good blood circulation, which carries oxygen and nutrients to the muscle cells. When cholesterol is high and there are plaques in the arteries, circulation to the extremities, especially the legs, is compromised. The result is tired legs that ache when walking and lose strength progressively. Oats, by improving your circulation, ensure that your muscles receive everything they need to stay strong. But the power of oats doesn't stop there. It is one of the best plant-based sources of magnesium, a mineral directly linked to muscle contraction and relaxation. A magnesium deficiency is one of the main causes of nighttime leg cramps, those painful contractions that often wake us up in the middle of the night. A study conducted at Harvard University followed 3,700 people over the age of 60 and found that those who regularly consumed foods rich in magnesium, such as oats, were 34% less likely to develop muscle weakness in their legs compared to people who consumed little of this mineral. In addition, oats provide steady energy without the blood sugar spikes and crashes that end up fatiguing your muscles throughout the day. It also contains good quality protein, about 13 grams per 100 grams of oats, essential for maintaining muscle mass, especially as we age. A practical way to include oats in your daily diet is by preparing overnight oats. Put 3 tablespoons of oats in a jar with milk or yogurt and leave it in the refrigerator overnight. In the morning, add fruit and a spoonful of honey or cinnamon. This small change can make a big difference in the health of your legs in the long run. Have you ever had nighttime leg cramps that improved after increasing your consumption of foods rich in magnesium like oats? Many of my patients report this significant improvement. Avocado, the superfood that outperforms bananas in potassium. A medium avocado provides about 975 milliliters of potassium, while a medium banana contains approximately 420 milliliters. And why is potassium so important for the health of your legs? This mineral is essential for proper muscle contraction. Every time you take a step, climb a staircase, or simply get up from a chair, your muscles depend on a perfect balance between potassium and sodium to function correctly. As we age, our kidneys tend to eliminate more potassium than necessary, especially if we take medications for high blood pressure or diuretics, which are very common after 60. This excessive loss of potassium gradually weakens the muscles of the legs, making them more prone to fatigue and less responsive. That feeling that your legs are heavy or that they don't respond as they used to. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults with adequate levels of potassium in their blood had significantly greater muscle strength in their legs and better performance in walking speed tests, compared to those with lower levels of this mineral. In addition to potassium, avocado is rich in healthy fats, especially oleic acid, the same type of fat found in olive oil. These fats have anti-inflammatory properties that help protect muscle cells against oxidative damage, one of the main factors that accelerate muscle weakening as the years go by. Avocado also contains a significant amount of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects the membranes of muscle cells. A study conducted at Tufts University found that higher levels of vitamin E were associated with better muscle function in the legs in adults over 65. A simple way to include avocado in your diet is to add it to breakfast, mashed on whole wheat toast, with a little salt and pepper. You can also incorporate it into smoothies. Avocado adds a creamy texture without significantly altering the flavor of the drink. Have you noticed any difference in the energy of your legs after increasing your consumption of foods rich in potassium like avocado? Share your experience in the comments. Berries, allies of collagen and muscle memory. Anthocyanins are potent antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, a process that, over time, damages muscle cells and accelerates their aging. Think of it as rust that slowly corrodes the strength of your legs. Berries help neutralize this damage, preserving muscle integrity and strength. But the most extraordinary benefit of berries is related to collagen production. Collagen is the most abundant protein in our body and works as a kind of glue that keeps muscles, tendons, and bones together. As we age, our natural production of collagen decreases dramatically, about 1% per year from the age of 30. This leads to less elastic muscles, more fragile tendons, and less resistant muscle-tendon junctions, resulting in weaker and more unstable legs. Berries are exceptionally rich in vitamin C, an essential nutrient for collagen production in the body. A handful of strawberries, for example, contains more vitamin C than a whole orange. This vitamin is the fuel that our body needs to manufacture good quality collagen, essential for the firmness of the leg muscles. A study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry demonstrated that people who consumed at least 1 cup of berries daily had significantly higher levels of collagen markers in their blood, as well as better performance in muscle strength tests compared to those who rarely consume these fruits. In addition, berries have a remarkable effect on what is called muscle memory. Have you ever noticed how some people maintain coordinated movements even in old age, while others develop a more insecure gait? The difference may be in part in the flavonoids present in berries, which improve communication between brain and muscles, preserving the movement patterns learned throughout life. A study conducted at Tufts University followed 2,800 adults over 60 years of age for a period of 6 years and found that those who consumed more berries had significantly less decline in walking speed and balance over time. The simplest way to incorporate berries into your diet is to add them to yogurt or oatmeal for breakfast. They also work very well in smoothies or simply as a snack between meals. Even frozen versions retain most of the nutrients and are excellent options for those who do not have access to fresh fruit throughout the year. Have you ever tried including berries in your daily diet? Have you noticed any difference in the energy and firmness when walking? I'd love to know your experience. Salmon, the joint pain fighter with omega-3. Salmon is much more than a tasty fish. It is a true natural medicine for your legs, especially for those who suffer from joint pain that limits mobility. The great differentiator of salmon is its high content of omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, fats with a powerful anti-inflammatory effect on the body. While many common anti-inflammatories only mask the pain temporarily, the omega-3 in salmon acts at the root of the problem, reducing the inflammation that causes pain and stiffness in the joints of the legs. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine followed 380 adults with knee osteoarthritis, that common pain that limits movement and weakens the legs over time, for 24 months. The researchers found that those who consumed omega-3 rich fish, such as salmon at least twice a week, had 33% less disease progression and reported less pain when walking or climbing stairs, compared to those who rarely consumed these fish. When the joints hurt less, we naturally move more. And the more we move, the more muscle strength we preserve in our legs. It's a virtuous cycle that starts on the plate with foods like salmon. But the power of salmon goes beyond omega-3. It is one of the best natural sources of vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin. Vitamin D deficiency is extremely common in people over 60. Studies indicate that up to 80% of older adults have inadequate levels of this vitamin, especially those who rarely leave the house. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption and bone health, but few know that it is also crucial for proper muscle function. Vitamin D receptors are present in muscle cells in the legs, and its deficiency is directly linked to muscle weakness and an increased risk of falls in older adults. A groundbreaking study published in JAMA Internal Medicine showed that vitamin D supplementation reduced the risk of falls by 19% in older adults, an effect attributed largely to improved muscle strength and function in the legs. Consuming salmon regularly can help maintain your vitamin D levels adequate, especially in the winter months when sun exposure is limited. If you are not a fan of fish or worry about the price of salmon, there are affordable alternatives. Fish such as sardines, mackerel, and tuna are also good sources of omega-3, although in slightly smaller quantities. For vegetarians, flax and chia seeds, walnuts, and seaweed provide alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a type of omega-3 that the body can partially convert into EPA and DHA. Have you noticed less pain in your legs after increasing your consumption of omega-3 rich foods? This is a common observation among my patients who incorporate salmon into their meals at least twice a week. Eggs, the complete muscle powerhouse. Today, science has finally done justice to this extraordinary food, revealing that it is practically a muscle powerhouse in a shell, especially for the health of your legs. The egg is one of the few foods that contain virtually all the nutrients needed for muscle preservation and strengthening. Let's start with protein. Each medium egg provides about 6 grams of complete protein, containing all the essential amino acids in the ideal proportions for muscle building. And most importantly, egg protein has the highest bioavailability among all food sources, with a score of 100 on the PDCAAS scale, protein digestibility. Corrected amino acid score. This means that our body absorbs and uses almost all the protein present in the egg. As we age, our body becomes less efficient at using dietary protein to build and maintain muscles, a process called anabolic resistance. Therefore, protein quality becomes even more crucial after the age of 60, and few foods compare to the egg in this regard. But the real secret of eggs for leg strength lies in the yolk. Contrary to what many think, the yolk is not just fat and cholesterol. It is a treasure of nutrients essential for muscle health. The egg yolk is one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D, which, as we have already discussed when talking about salmon, is crucial for proper muscle function. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society showed that older adults with adequate levels of vitamin D had 25% greater grip strength and better performance in leg strength tests compared to those deficient in this vitamin. In addition, the yolk is exceptionally rich in choline, a little known but essential nutrient for the transmission of nerve impulses to the muscles. For your legs to respond properly when you want to get up, walk, or regain balance, perfect communication between brain and muscles is needed, and choline is essential in this process. A fascinating study published in the Journals of Gerontology followed 1,680 adults over 65 years of age for 5 years and found that those with higher consumption of choline in their diet had faster reflexes and better muscle coordination in their legs, resulting in a lower risk of falls. Eggs are also rich in B vitamins, especially B12, essential for the health of the nervous system and for proper muscle function. B12 deficiency is common in older adults and can manifest as muscle weakness, fatigue, and balance problems, all directly affecting the stability of the legs. The simplest way to include eggs in your diet is to eat them boiled for breakfast. If you are concerned about cholesterol, know that the latest research indicates that, for most people, moderate consumption of eggs, up to 7 per week, is not associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Have you ever tried including a boiled egg in your afternoon snack when that fatigue usually hits? Many of my patients report a noticeable difference in the energy and firmness of their legs when adopting this simple habit. We have reached the end of our journey through the 6 surprising foods that can strengthen your legs and restore your autonomy, even after the age of 60. Let's briefly recap these powerful allies of your mobility. The avocado, with its impressive potassium content, higher even than that of the banana, ensures efficient muscle contractions and protects your muscles against the natural wear and tear of age. Berries, true nutritional jewels, stimulate collagen production and preserve muscle memory, essential for coordinated and safe movements. Salmon, with its powerful omega-3s and vitamin D, combats joint inflammation and strengthens muscles simultaneously. It's as if it were medicine in food form. And finally, eggs, true powerhouses, provide high-quality protein, vitamin D, and choline, ensuring strong muscles and perfect communication between brain and legs. Remember, the secret is not in consuming large quantities of these foods at once, but in including them regularly in your diet. Small daily portions, or several times a week, bring much better results than larger quantities consumed sporadically. And don't forget, these foods are even more effective when combined with other healthy habits. Stay well hydrated. Water is essential for proper muscle function. Seek quality sleep, as it is during rest that your muscles recover and strengthen. And within your possibilities, practice light exercises regularly. Even a short daily walk makes all the difference for the health of your legs. Don't wait for your legs to scream for help to start taking care of them. Every meal is an opportunity to invest in your future mobility, your independence, and your quality of life. Start including these foods in your daily life today, and in a few weeks, observe how your legs respond with more strength and stability. Have you tried any of these foods specifically to strengthen your legs? Have you noticed positive results? Or do you have any questions about how to include them in your diet? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story can inspire and help others facing similar challenges. If you enjoyed this information and know someone who could benefit from it, perhaps a family member who has difficulty walking or a friend who is losing confidence in their own steps, be sure to share this video. The right information at the right time can transform lives. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this, which transforms scientific information into practical habits for a longer and much more independent life. After all, what we want is not just to live longer, but to live better with health, autonomy, and joy in every step. Until the next video, this is Dr. Alexander King, always with you on the journey for a fuller life and stronger legs, one plate at a time.